Welcome to Let's Talk Wellness Now, the podcast where we challenge the status quo of healthcare and empower you with knowledge to take control of your health. I'm Dr. Deb, and today we're diving into the topic that affects us all, the broken healthcare system, and what can we do about it while we're waiting for change. Today's episode is the faults in our healthcare system and how to take control of your health. So, it takes about 8 to 12 months, sometimes even years, to see a specialist. In that time, people are left waiting, suffering, or searching for answers on their own. I know firsthand. I waited 2 years to see a neurologist, only to be told, Deb, I don't think you have MS. For 2 years, I lived with that possibility. I almost sold my business. I almost sold my homes, and I questioned my future. Now, deep down, I believed my symptoms were caused by Lyme, mold, toxins, and other root causes. But that lingering what if haunted me. How many people have gone through the same thing? How many are told that they have a neurological disease when in reality, no one has investigated the true cause? I have seen this firsthand with many of my clients who've been waiting 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 months to see the rheumatologist, the neurologist, the cardiologist. It is very sad and it is very hard. Now, could I have seen a neurologist sooner? Yes, I could have. But my schedule got in the way. I had to cancel my appointment. And then as soon as I canceled my appointment, I had to get another referral. Then I had to wait for the referral. Then I had to wait for the appointment again. And it was another 6 months. And then the doctor had to cancel. And then we were back and forth and stuck in all of this mess. And it's frustrating as the client. It's frustrating as the practitioner. Why should I have to send a referral 3 times to the same doctor for the same patient because their appointment was canceled? That shouldn't have to happen. It shouldn't have to happen to the client. It shouldn't have to happen to the provider. It is a struggle, and it is the system that we're working within today. And it's my opinion that our healthcare system is failing us. We don't have enough providers. Wait times are too long. And when we do get to the office, there's barely enough time for a provider to truly listen. We are the sickest nation in the world, and yet 90% of our healthcare funds go to treating chronic disease, according to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. So what do we do? Do we wait for the government to fix this, or do we take our health into our own hands? The broken healthcare system, why is it actually failing us? Well, the problem of long wait times, the impact of delayed diagnoses and treatments on patient outcomes, how many illnesses worsen during the waiting period, overworked and understaffed, why are there so few providers? How did we get here? Insurance and pharmaceutical industry influence. Are patients being steered towards pharmaceuticals rather than true healing? A true lack of preventative care. Why do we focus more on treating symptoms rather than preventing disease in the first place? These are all questions that we need to answer if we're truly going to take back our health and we're truly going to make a difference in the world of health and wellness. All of these aspects are contributing factors to the unhealthiness of our country, but they are not the only thing. They are not the only reason, because we have power as our own individual, as the freedom we have in this country. We have power to take care of our families, of our homes, of what we put into our body. And in this next segment here, I'm going to show you how you can take back control of your own health. Because the good news is we can start at home. Even if we want true wellness, we have to clean up our environment, our food, and our bodies. And here's how. You have to detox your home. Remove toxic cleaning products and replace them with good natural options like vinegar and water and baking soda. Try brands like Grove Collaborative for non-toxic household products. I have used Grove for, oh my gosh, probably well over 10 years already. They make great products that are natural. They're not toxic. They make your environment smell good. They clean well. And you don't have to worry about exposing your children, your grandchildren, and your pets, yes, your pets, to these toxic chemicals. We do not need them in our environments. Very easy ways. Get rid of the scented candles and the plug-ins. They emit harmful chemicals, and instead use things like essential oils for a freshness or a natural scent. Lavender, lemon. I use a lot of lemon in my house. I love the way lemon smells. It smells clean to me. I add it to some of my natural cleaning products. I diffuse it in the air. It's just a great, fresh, clean scent. You can get essential oils from places like doTERRA or Young Living Oils. They are very great, high quality essential oils, and they can be used in a lot of different fashions. You want to reduce your EMF exposure. Well, what the hell is EMF exposure? It is electromagnetic field. It is everywhere around us. We talk a lot about 5G. That is just one big part of it. But do you know you live in a sea of EMF every single day? For me, just recording this podcast, I have 2 computer screens. I have a monitor, I have a computer, I have a phone, and I have a stereo speaker. All of those things will emit this electromagnetic field. And unless things are hardwired into your wall, you're using what's called Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi emits a ton of electromagnetic field. You know, you can buy an EMF meter, and I did this in my office and realized that the sea of what I was floating in was crazy. I was putting off, just my computer system stuff was putting off over 500,000 watts of EMF. And I was sitting at that computer for 12 hours a day. That is not healthy. That is not safe. So I had to find what was it that was emitting that much EMF for me. And the biggest component of it was my printer and was my stereo speaker. Those 2 things emitted so much EMF. And as soon as I made sure I turned off the Bluetooth, made sure I turned off the Wi-Fi for them, that went way down, went down to like almost 6,000. It was crazy how much I was sitting in front of this causing these issues. And I was wondering why my body was buzzing and why I was getting a headache and why I couldn't see well. And as soon as all of that was taken away, those symptoms went away. So it is not a small thing. It is a big deal. And you want to really check what is going on. In your phone, you want to use what's called a safe sleeve. That's what I have here on my cell phone. A safe sleeve is a cover that goes onto your phone that helps block the EMF. And when you use this, make sure you put your safe sleeve towards your body when you stick it in your pocket, because that'll really protect you. These kinds of things create a lot of issues for us. We were not meant to be part of this electromagnetic field for 10, 12, 14, 15, 20 hours a day, and yet we are. Now there's also something you can do. You can install what's called a Stetzer meter. This blocks dirty electricity. So all of our outlets have dirty electricity floating around in our environment. And if you hold that right there, I'm going to grab one for you so you can see what it looks like. Sorry, you probably didn't hear me so well when I walked away from you. But this is a Stetzer meter. And along with this Stetzer meter comes a electro reader that you can actually plug into your outlet, and it'll tell you how much dirty electricity is running through that electrical circuit. And it does that because somewhere in that line, things are not grounded properly. And that dirty electricity is going to cause a lot of symptoms for you. Headaches, blurred vision, numbness, tingling, all of those kinds of things.